look, this isn't really a kind of video that I ever thought I would make, but I feel like as a content creator, it's important to be honest with my audience. And I feel like a lot of other content creators can probably really relate to what I'm about to say. I'm going to be honest that this content creation it's hard and it's time consuming and it takes a lot of effort and a lot of time. It's not really that rewarding, to be honest, at the beginning, and it really has gotten to me lately. Now, I want to be very open and I want to say that I have thought about quitting doing this whole YouTube and content creation, and I feel like being a small channel, it wouldn't really be that bad to do that. But then I also think on the other side that I love doing it, it's a lot of work and I just want to change up what I'm doing. So I thought I'd make this video and talk about this, but then let's also try and see the positives as well. I want to go over a quick year in review of things that I've done in the shop and give a bike update and all that sort of stuff. So stick with me and let's have a little bit of a chat. So first of all, let's talk about why I was considering quitting. As I said before, this hobby takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. And I find that what I tend to do is focus a lot more on my content creation than other things. The lawns don't get mowed because every time I have a spare minute, I'm trying to get stuff filmed and stuff edited and things like that. I haven't serviced my car that was sitting around for a year written off. Got that back on the road, still haven't serviced it. Has the oil that was sitting in it for a year because, again, I'm too busy focusing on content creation, or I'm too worn out from the content creation that when I have a spare minute, I just don't want to do it. Maybe that's an excuse, I don't know, but it's just how I feel. I feel like content creation has really taken over my life when I have spare time, and it gets to you, to be honest. Now look, I've only got 800 subscribers and I don't expect big numbers in return, of course, but let's have a quick overview of my channel and let's be really honest, okay? So, okay, I've got 800 subscribers. I'm very proud of that. But in saying that, let's have a look at my last few videos. My last video got 173 views and 8 comments. The next one below that got 316, and I expected that to do a little bit better because it was a bit of a life hack, and that was the card scraper video. But then after that, I've got 80 views, 80 views, 90 views, 90 views, 120 views, 90 views, and you can see where this is going. Unless it's a big topic, I'm not really getting any views, and again, I'm only getting, if I'm lucky, 10 to 12 comments per video. Now I know this may sound really selfish, but that's not much in return for the amount of time and effort this takes. Now, it really mentally plays a lot when you put out videos and you put in the effort and you get under 100 views, pretty much no comments. I mean, I said I got 8 comments or about 10 comments on a video, but that includes my replies. And I reply to every comment. So if the conversation isn't started from that comment, that's a maximum of 5 people making their own comment and then my replies to that. So in all reality, I don't get much engagement on my videos, and I feel like that really does affect me. I'm not asking for people to start engaging. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that from a small creator point of view, and I'm sure that everyone's gone through it, that mentally it's really hard to go through the process of making these videos and not really get much back. Now, over this past year, I've grown quite a bit. I've got a lot more subscribers than at the start of the year, and I'm very proud of that. But it's just really hard mentally to just not get the engagement that I kind of want to feed my brain. I know it's selfish, but it's the truth, and I want to be honest and talk to you about this. Now, the other thing too is that I really did consider quitting YouTube, and the main reason for that is because of the time that it takes. It honestly does take so much time to make a video, and I feel like it, as I said before, it takes so much away from my free time. There's so many things that I don't do because I'm not going to make a video on it, and I need to film and make content, and in my spare time that's what I try to do. As I said, I don't do the lawns, I haven't serviced my car, things like that. But this is where I'm thinking about changing up my channel a bit, and I want to hear from you guys. I'm going to make a poll on my community page to see what people think, but I've been throwing up a couple of different ideas, and I had an idea of maybe something I haven't really seen many maker channels do, or anyone, is maybe instead of trying to put out weekly videos, which is not going to happen. It's at first I got a bit ahead and I was like really excited and thought, oh cool, I can get out a video every week, like this is great. But honestly, it's not sustainable. So what I'm thinking is maybe putting out a monthly vlog style video where I talk about the projects I made over the month and other things that I've done, and just pretty much just a monthly update of my life sort of thing. I can obviously include, you know, B-roll of the footage of making different things and stuff, but not specific videos per project. And I feel like that'll give me that freedom to do things. You know, I've got plastic here to make a new grill for my car. I don't feel like that would be a real good video to, maybe it would be, but I just don't feel like it'd be the best sort of video for my channel for making a video out of. But I feel like it's something that I could add into my monthly vlog sort of thing. And then if I ever want to make up some project videos, I can still do that and just add them in whenever I want, but at least have that sort of commitment of like a monthly video. And I feel like that'd be a lot sort of easier to do. Just sit down, talk to the camera, and then lay a whole lot of B-roll over the top. And that way I don't need to be filming intros and outros all the time. I don't need to be filming constantly on the video, the project and stuff like that. I can just grab the camera, film a little bit of B-roll, put the camera down and keep going on a project. I recently started a project where we got a TV unit off Facebook Marketplace. I sanded the whole thing back, replaced the glass in the doors with some rattan, and replaced the handles, all that sort of stuff, and just left it raw wood. I started filming that. I got into the sanding process, and then the whole sanding I filmed a couple of B-roll shots and then didn't film anything else because there wasn't really a need to. No one wants to watch someone sand for 10 minutes. So I actually got a lot of joy out of sanding because I was just doing it and I wasn't worrying about the camera and trying to make sure things are in frame and focused and all that sort of stuff. And I just sat there and sanded for days and got the project done. And then we put the TV unit in the house. I didn't record putting it in the house or what was there before or anything like that. And it's sort of just, the project got away from me. We just wanted to get it done. And because of that, I didn't get the shots that I needed. That video is not going to come out. And I pretty much don't have any need for the footage anymore. But again, a couple of B-roll shots that are there for the sanding, and then I could have a finished shot of it now, and that can be part of the monthly vlog. So let me know on that poll what you think. If you think that's a good idea, I think it's a pretty good idea. And it's not, it's still going to be a lot of work, really, but I just feel like it'd be a better content, a better style of video. More of like a vlog sort of channel than a maker channel, but sort of maker vlog channel. I don't know, but let me know what you think on that community poll. All right, let's move on to talking about this year. This year's been pretty big for me, to be honest. A lot has changed. I've gotten a lot of things and tried to put in some work, and here we go. So I got my first motorbike. I started making videos on the motorbike. They didn't go sort of as good as I thought they would. I was happy making them and I enjoyed making them, but I just didn't feel like people were really that interested in them. I put out a poll of what sort of content do you like to see on my channel, making videos, the bike stuff or everything, and not one person clicked on the bike stuff. So I sort of was like, all right, well, I'm not gonna make any more bike videos. And that was the wrong attitude to have. To be honest, I should have just said, fuck it. I'm gonna make whatever videos I want, and people who want to watch it, and if they don't want to watch it, they don't want to watch it. But again, that whole process of not getting the engagement back is what affected me. But again, I feel like I could put that in the monthly vlog of like, okay, well, this is what I did this month. So, got my new bike, made some videos on it, and then I got a comment the other day from this guy here, and I don't know why, but something made me click on his profile to see who he was subscribed to. And I noticed that he was subscribed to one channel that I watch all the time, and that is Bikes and Beards. And it made me think that he clicked on my channel because he saw the bike video and he was interested in that. And I still got engagement from someone that wasn't in the maker community. And I feel like that was a huge step for me to be like, okay, you know what? I should still make videos, and I don't have to specify woodworkers or metalworkers or that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's the bike. And a quick update on the bike. I repainted it, hated the silver. If anyone is interested in this, I hated the silver. Don't use Plasti Dip to paint your bike. I've discovered the wrong way, that one drop of fuel on your fuel tank and that bitch is running like crazy. I had so many runs on my fuel tank because I spilled a little bit of fuel on it, and it looked horrendous. Honestly, a little bit of fuel and the Plasti Dip just wipes off. So I peeled all that off and I repainted the bike properly with primer and this Archon bronze, and I love the color. I didn't like the silver. I liked it when I first did it. I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then it got old really quick. I've had it painted like this for about a month now, and I still love the color. I get comments on it all the time, people giving me thumbs up, and that honestly just, it feeds my brain. It makes me happy. It gives me joy when I see people like my bike. I painted the pretty much everything black. Everything's black, and then the Archon bronze, and I think it looks a lot better. Engine's black, and the exhaust is black and all that. Now, what else did I do this year? I got a 3D printer, which is behind me in that cabinet, and I started putting out 3D print videos. They seem to got a lot more traction, but again, I don't want to be a dedicated 3D printer channel. So yeah, that is what it is. I got rid of my Mitosaur station not long ago. And that was actually one of my most recent videos, getting rid of my Mitosaur station. And it's honestly the best thing that I've done in this shop. It's opened up this shop to so much more space. When this wood things here, when these cabinets here go, there's a lot more space here. The only reason they're here is because we're doing the TV unit, and these came free with it because we needed some more wood to do a couple of changes to it. And yeah, it's so much more room, and I just didn't use the Mitosaur station. It honestly just became where I threw things that I didn't know where to put them. Replaced my workbench with this workbench here with the pull-out drawers and everything, and I'm in love with this. I really want to focus on getting the storage sorted in there, but I'm so happy with this. It's so much better than any workbench that I've had so far. In saying that, there's things that I don't have on this workbench, like a vise that would be good. But for the type of making that I want to do, I don't need a vise that often. So what I usually do is just clamp some, I use my long 1000 millimeter clamps and just clamp on the bottom of the workbench to the top. Other than that, I pretty much just have been focusing on trying to clean up the shop. I put out a few projects here and there, and you know, it is what it is, but I'm pretty happy with this last year. I got on a pretty good run of putting out weekly videos, but as I said before, they honestly just really took over my life and really sort of took away the fun of the content creation. Really took away the fun of the content creation. It got to a point where it was like, I need to be filming daily or I'm not going to get videos out. And it's just a lot. When you're not doing this for a full-time job, it is a lot. There's a lot of time and a lot of effort. And honestly, with the job that I have quite a bit of downtime. I do all my editing when I can at work. I do a little bit at home, but mainly at work. So all I have to really focus on is filming. If I had to edit at home, there is no way that I could get out the content that I have in the past. I feel like to wrap up this video, we're going to finish it off with a little shop tour. So let's quickly go around the room and we're going to talk about all the different things in here. So here we've got my workbench next to my French cleat wall, which I have major plans to redo. I'm probably going to take the French cleats off, to be honest, and make storage for everything that is on here. Behind the workbench, we have a power cord on a reel. It's not that big of a deal. Above that, we have my dustpan, and then we have my track saw track and a metal ruler that is just attached to the wall with a little magnet. Behind the workbench needs a bit of a cleanup. There's a big slab behind there, which I'm actually going to turn into a coffee table. And then we have the TV. And then next to the TV, we've got my Ryobi battery charger, fire extinguisher, camera battery chargers, and then we go on to the PPE first aid. Underneath the fire extinguisher is 2 little toolboxes. They're my kids. They love them. They like to, whenever I'm working in here, they get a piece of wood, go out, and inside's got a hammer and screwdrivers and all that sort of stuff. So they have fun with that. Next to my workbench is a little bit of wood, just mess, to be honest, because I just haven't put it away. I'm actually going to be making a little shoe stand, a little shoe shelf to put my shoes on there. I've got 4 pairs of shoes that I keep in the garage at all times: my work boots, my bike boots, my runners, and then I've got a pair of older runners that I wear around the shop. Next to that is a filing cabinet, and that has all my paints, all my stains, and all that in there. On the back of the door is where I keep my motorbike gear, and there is a video on that over the door hanger thing. We then got our wood storage in the corner. Not really happy with that, to be honest. I'm probably going to get rid of that and get rid of most of the wood. Most of the time I don't really use recycled wood. I just go buy it because I'm too lazy to go through that and that. But I want to keep like the expensive stuff, like the plywood and all that sort of stuff. And then the back wall, we've got the CNC. Again, I don't use the CNC because it takes a lot of time and effort. It really does. I was actually planning on making a video on why I prefer the 3D printer over the CNC, and that honestly is because the CNC, you've got to make a 3D model, you need to make the paths, you need to then load in the material to the CNC and tie it down. You then need to pick the right bit, and you might need to change bits, you might need to, like, there's so much that goes into a CNC. It's not like you can just start it and walk off and leave it for 10 hours and come back to a finished project. You've got to change bits and stuff all the time, and it really takes a lot, and that's why I haven't really done much on there. Whereas the 3D printer, I can either download a 3D model from online, or I can make the file that I need to, tell the printer to go, well, make the G code, tell the printer to go, come back 20 hours later, and I've got a finished project. After that, we've got storage up on the wall. This is just little knickknacks here and there, some screws and stuff. It's not really anything. It was my old storage and I've moved on since then. I've then got my clamps up on the wall, just on a shelf bracket. And then I have my wall storage, which you would have seen in one of my most recent videos where I got rid of the Mitre Saw station and hung everything on the wall. And then we come around and we've got the family storage, which is the scooters, table, pram, kids' bikes that live on the ground, skateboards, and all that sort of stuff. And then in the middle, we have my drawers that I made a few years ago for all of my consumables. And I love those drawers. They've come in so handy and they're really good. So that's pretty much it for the shop tour. I mean, there's not much to the shop, to be honest. For the kind of making that I've been doing recently, there's plenty in here. I mean, the Mitre Saw station I never use, but everything else I pretty well do. Honestly, before I got rid of the Mitre Saw station, I felt like I had really outgrown this shop and that I just couldn't do anything in here. There was no room to ever do anything. I couldn't get a sheet of MDF or plywood or anything in here to cut it up. I mean, I don't really do that anyway anymore. I just get the sawhorses out the front on the driveway and cut it out there. But now that the Mitre Saw station's gone and there's so much more like open space here, it feels more warming to come into because I don't feel so cramped in, like I just want to get out, which is great. But I don't know, it is what it is. And yeah, so I just want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year to all of my subscribers. And I really do appreciate all of you. I love my subscribers so much, and thank you for sticking with me till now. Hopefully you will stick with me from now on. I will try and keep you updated on things. And honestly, I don't really use Instagram that much, but I have been trying to do a lot more community posts on YouTube. I don't know if that helps with engagement or whatever, but I just feel like I have a lot more people on here that would care than Instagram. So maybe what I'll do is, if I do these monthly vlogs, is I'll try and post community posts on here pretty regularly of like what I've been up to and sort of give you an update of what to look forward to in the monthly vlog. But yeah, I'll have that poll and you can comment on the poll as well and let me know like what you think. But I'm not looking for pity. I just want everyone to know that I'm not looking for pity. This isn't a cry for, oh, no one cares about me, or no one, or anything like that. I'm just wanted to be honest and talk about why I've been feeling the way I have and why I was thinking about quitting YouTube. But I really don't want to. I want to grow, but I want to be different to other people and make content that people actually want to see. So hopefully you got something out of this video. Hopefully maybe I even helped you with trying to get past whatever you're thinking about or anything like that. But thank you for watching, and I will see you fresh in the next year.